Hi everyone, today we will talk about making new healthy habits. How can you start doing something that you know is good for you but you haven't been able to add it to your daily routine yet? We call this the creating healthy habits. So, number one, there are 3 points: creating a cue, doing the action that's required, and number three, rewarding yourself. So for every new habit, first thing you have to do is a cue. So what I mean by cue is pick a time of the day that you're going to do it, or pick people that you're going to do it with, or a place you're going to do it with at, and then remember that place. So make a mental note of your cue. For example, if you wanted to exercise first thing in the morning the next day, your cue would be to put your fitness clothes on a chair next to your bed with your shoes by the bed, so that the minute you wake up, you have a visual cue of your shoes and your clothes. You jump into it and you go for your walk or your run or your exercise. The visual cue definitely helps. Or it could be a time cue. It could be a certain time of the day. For example, afternoon when you have lunch, you might make a mental note or cue to be able to go for a walk after lunch. So have a cue of time or place or people you want to do it with, or it could be a reminder like an alarm on your phone or a little sticky note at your desk, something that's that cue to make you remember to go for your healthy habit, to create and do your healthy habit. That's number one, is the cue. Number two is obviously doing the action itself. In this case, if it was a walk or a run, then that's the action itself that you'll do, so the behavior. And number three, try and reward yourself in the early days of doing a habit. So what do I mean by this? And by reward, guys, I do not mean junk. I do not mean rewarding yourself by having a chocolate bar or an ice cream bar. No. What I mean by reward is telling yourself that you can have a lovely long shower after your run, or maybe going for a little massage, or having a little spa treatment. If you tell yourself, okay, if I do 4 runs this week, I will treat myself to a longer bath, or a little massage, whatever it might be, giving yourself the incentive to start that action. Once you develop the habit over a few days and weeks, it will become automatic, and you might not need the reward, or you might look to change that reward so that you can do something even more challenging. Instead of walking 3 kilometers, you might push yourself to walk 5 kilometers, and you will say, now my reward is going to be something different. So these 3 things are really, really important. The cue, so setting yourself up mentally, also physically, to be able to start a new action, and obviously telling yourself why you need to do this action. Why do you need to create this new habit? As long as you're clear in your mind that I need to walk so that I'm going to be healthier, or whatever it might be, I need to drink more water. Make sure you have that intention in your mind. Create the cues that are going to remind you to do it, like I said. And then also do the behavior. Doing it is very important, rather than just having all these things ready. If you don't go for that run, it's going to be a bit useless. And lastly, don't forget to reward yourself every time, initially for the first few times, and then it will become a habit. But then you still need to reward yourself at the end of a nice period of time when you've achieved something that you wanted to do, or create new goals and rewards for the future. So get started and start a new habit today.